G'day guys, Cass here, and today we're going to be playing Shadow. It's an itch.io horror game that I got for free, as usual. No surprises there. However, this one is different, in that the option menu takes a few seconds to load and looks like this. It's great. I have no idea what these resolutions mean. There's no 1920 by 1080, so it hurts my brain, but we're just going to ignore them. Let's get into the description. Shadow. Short story before playing. You have been packing to move away from this old house you have been living in for a few years. The main character you play as keeps hearing things in the night, which gives him memories of his traumatic past. The Shadow is after you. Will you ignore it, or will you let it lead you on? That is for you to decide. The lack of punctuation, not being that kind of nerd, hurts my brain, so we're just going to hit play and hope it works out. Very cinematic.
So stressed out lately, can't think straight. There's these noises, man. In the middle of the night, bangs, knocks, whispering voices. The feeling of not being alone, you know. Think I'm losing my mind. It's bringing back memories of my traumatic past. I'll go and see that shrink as soon as we're settled in a new place.
Shadow. With no crossy thing over the A, so it looks a bit weird, but you know. So go downstairs, double exclamation mark, investigate some noise, find some tapes. Whoa, okay. Interesting sensitivity. Nice glasses. First thing I want to point out, the voice acting was done by the developer's mate, friend. Australian terminology makes things sound less official. Friend. And it wasn't too bad, but it feels like he was doing a weird mob boss accent. And, give him an offer he can't refuse. That's the joke. That's what I spent the entire intro thinking about. Everything is pitch black and torch. Oh, I have to pick up the battery for... Is that my light? I did not expect a first-person model in this game. Can it spin? Oh, it can. It can dance. Oh my. That's it. And it jump. Okay, this is much different than what I was expecting. Okay, E to pick up. And objects can rotate for no reason in particular. Why did he just blink while it was... Okay, glasses. I need the give me the glasses. Damn it. Okay, what? Is that on? No way. It has to be reloaded, right? Okay. No sound effects for any of that? Sure. Okay, left click. We have a sound. Yep. We have sound effects. Kind of. Okay, the lighting in this room is actually just that bad. Sure. Open door. Okay. So this is going to be weird because this is kind of an interior decorating rant, but at the same time interior decorating rants may one day get old. So I'm going to be a bit more constructive than just ranting about the interior decorating. Having the door the exact same color, wood, with almost an invisible fitting, like you can't see that unless the flashlight is on, and then having it with like almost door-shaped panels next to it, it's just very difficult to see what's going on, which cannot be how a house would be designed, or how a horror game should be designed, because it's been a while. I took a 3-day break to find myself, and by find... Oh. Let me go into documents, sorry. I've been running. My son's drawing. It's beautiful. I don't know how he managed to get the green at the bottom left of the photo to the paper to actually come off the page. Maybe the sun's haunted. Who knows? But that's so far the spookiest thing this game's given us. So we're going with it. I should warn you, I took a 3-day break, or more like 2.5 days, from recording to find myself, because I had lost myself in the endless abyss of bad... Well, some good actually, but mostly bad horror games. So if I get spooked here, the first spook, let's say, is not my fault. The armor just moved, by the way. It thought I wasn't paying attention. Little did it know I was definitely paying attention. 90% sure the armor just moved, but we won't get into it. maybe I am just losing my mind. Cynicism unchecked. Voice tape. Wait, I just have a tape player on me?
I don't know
Okay.
how this is gonna be now. I've completely lost touch of him. My father is not himself anymore. I'm terrified to go see him. I'm terrified to go and see him because I know he will hurt me like he used to when I was only just a child. I tried. I tried everything to help. But he was his worst. I tried. The church. They tried everything.
Yep.
They said he was beyond saving.
No.
Nothing can save his soul now.
Okay. Is that the end of it? Okay, I don't want to sound like I'm beating a horse before it's even dead, but the fact that I found a tape over there... Oh, nice gun. The fact that I found a tape over there, then immediately came over here to find another tape, and then there was a good 30 seconds of dead air where I just had to listen to the voice acting with no subtitles, which I looked for. There's no subtitles option. I'm just going to triple check that. Which we can't because we're in game now.
Sorry. If only I knew what you've gone through.
Okay, so we slightly distorted the voice because he couldn't actually put in a fake crying. Okay.
I'm living a fucking nightmare.
A vial containing some green liquid. Oh well.
All I am now
Hmm.
is what it wants me to be.
That looks good.
I've completely lost.
It's so good it's bending. It's bending light and reality around it.
Goddamn fucking thing.
When they say
Leave me alone.
that I don't have an interesting style of thumbnail photo, guess what the thumbnail photo is going to be? Sorry, I was interrupting his potterizing. Okay, who did this ceiling? Because this is actually gross. Like, upstairs is a manor, but this is the kitchen. We live in a castle, but this is the kitchen. There is a mop in the kitchen, and it leads straight out into the garden. And the washing machine's like, this is just disgusting. There's an ironing board. I mean, look, I'm not a massive kitchen expert, and Bedroll's looking nice. What the heck is that texture? Okay, the interior decorating just the scariest thing so far. I knew it! I can see the future. Oh, a gift from me to you. What's the gift? Oh, a tape. Thank you. Are you that guy? You are. Sup? You know what, mate? You can have that gift back. Gee willikers. That is tension. Playing some spooky noises. You think those are going to get me? Alright. We in PT now. Welcome to Spooky Doorways. The doorway, it go on for a long time. Spook? I'm not Markiplier, but that is a very fine pair of slacks he's got on. I mean, the boots could use some work, they're a bit destroyed, but those slacks, I am a fan of leather and beige. What is up? Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, another tape player. And a curtain that is gently caressing my... Was the curtain meant to load in while I was... Oh no, it is. It just looped. We're back in the... Okay. It's not PT. We're not doing this again. We aren't having this shtick roll over us another time. It's not PT. We're definitely not in PT. We didn't just loop. None of it is PT. In fact, this is a completely different PT. It's PT Lite. PT... Okay, this is different. You want me to go down the stairs? I thought I was going to walk straight into the wall over there. Where's the door that was here before? Yes, he's going to disappear now. Can you stop turning out my... Stop turning out my light. You gave me... Oh, what? Do you have another gift for me? So the cynicism just has completely taken over now, because I feel like I'm just playing PT. Investigate noises, find tapes. Where's the noises? Are they in the kitchen? So, is the shadow meant to be the father's soul? Is that what we're doing? Because if it is, it's not doing a very good job of spooking. It's more just mildly annoying me with its PT wannabiness. That is a very dodge shotgun. Okay. Why is this Oh, I had to pick up. There's a transcription, just in case you couldn't read. That's very considerate. Well, thanks for the note. Why was there an extra footstep? I guess this is also the part where I need to mention that I have the game much louder than you guys are hearing it. I thought part of the indie horror game immersion was being ruined by the fact that I turned the games down a little bit so I could actually hear myself think over all the screaming. But that's not the intention. They're meant to spook you. So here's unfettered spookiness. Okay, so I would spook... Oh, I'm an idiot. Obviously. Like, look, this is it without the torch on. Your character makes noises when he turns because he's stepping on the carpet because the model keeps realigning itself. That's what's been scaring me. And by scaring, I mean building the tension. This is weird. Great. Do you have a key? No. Great. If I was a key in an indie horror game that wanted to be PT, except PT with something else in it, where would I be hiding? I feel like I keep finding stuff that the developer really did not expect anybody to look for. I'm meant to be getting spooked, not savaging the interior decorating. Why do I keep doing this? I mean, the key has to be in here, right? Because it makes sense. He's pointing me away from the key, but he wants to point out that he has a really fashionable red door that he painted because I whinged about all the doors looking the same, so he decided to paint one up and spiff it out for me. And he was really happy about it, but he wanted to show it off. Because I could get behind that. He just needed to, you know, unlock the damn thing for me. So, we've got 3 tapes. One was ear rape, one was him talking about how his dad's mean, and the other one was talking about him being big sad. I remember this. So, we've got 3 tapes. None of which gave any clues. They're just story stuff. Which, yeah. Father beating kids. I'm not gonna say that rigmarole's been done before. Because you already know it has been. Wait a minute. Aha. I was just an idiot, but now I'm no longer an idiot because I walked through a door. That means progress is happening. It's locked. Great. So yeah, Weeping Angel statue wannabe thing over here. Let me just get over here. You gave me a jump. You seriously don't think I'm going to abuse this? Excuse me. Coming through. I'm going to jump up on the banister because there's no way out if I jump over there. There's whispering. But I get the feeling the whispering is meant to be below me, not where I'm standing right now. So, in a very heroic maneuver... Hey, the whispering stopped. Spooky midgets. Sorry. That's mean, you meant to call them dwarfs. Yep. Loud noise occurred. Okay, so I'm gonna... Either the guy sitting in front is his dad, because I'm playing as the kid now, obviously. Either the guy sitting in front is his dad, or it's the older version of him and the spooky guy behind him is his dad. But if the guy sitting there is his dad, and the entire joke is his dad was just possessed, then that's boring. Why are we staring at a black screen? Come on, you've got the tension. You've got to run with it. You yelled at me, and now you're just going to stop. Am I playing as the butler? Find your dad. Dad, are you down in the spooky dungeon? I don't have a torch. That thing's slightly turned. But I can still jump. Wait, the phone. There was a phone here. Nope, that's not the phone ringing. That's just me losing my marbles. Dad! Dad! Where are you? It's Paula! I just want to say hi! I can't move, by the way. Dad? Oh no! The spookiness is inside of Dada. It's very spooky. You know, Dadaism is actually the bad ending. Never mind. Thank you for playing my short game. If you found the good ending, well done. If not, keep trying. I much appreciate feedback as it helps me get better at making games the way people like them. Did I just hear the cast where he plays Shadow good and bad endings, both endings 100% story completion playthrough? Because that's what it sounded like. Yes please. You can spam the play button and hear the ding multiple times. This is the best game ever. I don't want to hear about the noises in the middle of the night, Johnny. Give me a man after midnight. Wait, now the entire video is going to be copyright struck? Oh no. Okay, so, good ending. Good ending. Oh, I missed that. There was a shadow that walked. It was merged with the back wall, so you couldn't really see it. But there was a shadow that walked on the back wall there and went into the door, and when the door closed, it was gone. Wait a minute. The soup is inconsistent. It's not there when you come through as a kid. That's so cool. What is the... Okay, yeah, what is the green vial used for? Combine. Combine? Why can you combine stuff? Okay, so here's the plan. Here's the play at the plate. We're gonna grab all these. So he moves when you go into the kitchen, that's great. But we're gonna grab all these. There's one more down here, and then this should open. Can you open? This is how it's going to be now. We're going to loop 3 tapes on top of each other and hear them all at the same time. So I'm moving. Wait, we've got a tape recorder. An empty tape recorder. I need to find a tape. So, context as to why I made the joke in the beginning about weird that we don't need a tape recorder. I thought the tape recorder that was on the desk was decoration. Apparently it's not. But also apparently it is, because you can play it without the tape recorder in his inventory. So that just seems like a weird oversight. You can open the... I didn't even know. I got through the entire game without touching it. It's only those 2 Well, I've never done drugs before, Johnny. But if it'll save Dada... Wait, why do I have 2 tape recorders? A playable tape. This can now play the tape. An empty tape recorder, I need to find a tape. This entire inventory system is confusing. Okay, well, I've got... Where's the drug? And I am currently extremely confused as to what happened to the drugs that were in my inventory. Also, highlighted objects persist through the inventory screen. This is going to be a heck of a list at the end of all this. Okay, so What? I guess I just assume that whatever injection thing I was meant to take, I've done. Just gonna subtly clip my head through the wall to see what the base map they used in Unreal is, and looks nice, pretty, lovely. I guess we just hope that whatever injection we did or didn't take was good enough. I'm pressing buttons just to see if it'll do anything. I can't move. Dad? He's still spooky. Bad ending. We're gonna go around the world one more time. I'd just like to point out, there doesn't seem to be any hints. Ding 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 ding. There doesn't seem to be any hints as to how the bad ending or good ending is actually meant to be achieved. So the fact that you just need to kind of know that this drawer can be opened, you get that file, that... If I just ignore the tapes, will the game continue? Because I really do not want to listen to the tapes again. So we go kitchen bound. We get green vial. Maybe it broke last time. Okay, E to examine. A vial containing green liquid. Go back. E to examine. An unused empty syringe. So maybe we combine the syringe with the vial in this order. Like that. It deletes it from the inventory again. It turns it into a tape recorder. Am I losing it, or did that just happen? What? Obviously I was not paying enough attention last time. So the only tape they force you to pick up is of course the one with ear rape. You want to hear my mix, guys? It goes a little something like this. Yeah, you can find me on Bandcamp or, you know, any of them groovy DJ stores. Why does the tape recorder let you combine stuff with it? Better question. Why does the flashlight let you combine stuff with it? Because you can't combine the batteries into the flashlight, you just reload it. Is this the Kobayashi Maru but in indie horror game form? Am I Captain Kirk? There's no winning. It's just how hard you're gonna lose. These references are getting a little bit out there, I've got to admit. I surprise myself sometimes with how my brain works. Which is terrifying when this poor protagonist has put his sole faith in me accidentally finding something that matters, like a tape recorder that we can't play. I didn't realise it put the clothes up. Can I wear them? No? Okay, then what was the point? So there's still nothing in here. You can't grab the buckshot. The buckshot doesn't exist. The TV doesn't do anything, right? Give me something. Why do I have a playable tape in my inventory? Drag and drop. What do you mean drag and drop? This can be played if there was a recorder in the player inventory. There's a recorder here. Okay. So, examine it. It needs a tape inside. Combine with that. Hit F to combine. It doesn't work. So can you not replay tapes? Drag and drop a tape into the tape recorder. You can't do that. There's a note system that just doesn't do anything. I'm so perplexed. Give me the different ending. I've earned it. I injected myself with the drugs. I looked at the piece of paper with the crayon coming off the side of it. I'm not picking up that tape. Everything that was asked of me has been performed. Not in the order that was intended, but in an order. I tried the order that was intended and it didn't work out. It's got to be something that I'm missing as a kid, right? Why is it facing a different direction now? I'm not seeing things. It's going to be in the replay. They're going to be able to show you that this... Oh, I might have just got myself stuck. I mean, this is good, because I did say that it was going to happen to some poor fool when I jumped on the banister and was like, yeah, obviously, me being me, knowing that games aren't designed to have jump buttons in horror games, especially indie horror games, I knew somebody was going to get stuck, so you should not be able to get up on these things, but because you've got to jump, you can. Not that the jump's ever used in the gameplay for anything, but it's there. So you can get yourself stuck. And you don't even have to go out of your way to get yourself stuck. You know what? I'm pulling a Captain Kirk. Load checkpoint? Sorry, what? The checkpoint's at the start of the game. Load checkpoint. I didn't even pick up on that before. I didn't even realise that was an option. Okay, well that gives us all the power we need. Okay, so we have an empty tape recorder. We're going to put that down the bottom of the inventory. Everything's going to the bottom of the inventory, except the thing that matters, the syringe. So, two possibilities exist. I can't entirely remember if when you were a kid, we're working this one out. Well, by we are, I mean I am, but you guys are watching, so it's a team effort, really. Somebody needs to contain my ego long enough for me to get through this entire experience without dragging it through the murky waters that is my cynicism. But the only possibility that I can think of right now is that when you're in child form, we'll call it, much like Samus's Metroid Ball form, when you're in child form, injecting drugs has a different effect. Because currently, the effect seems to be do absolutely bloody nothing and lose the item. Whoa. Doof, 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 doof. Scary. Tension building. Okay. Second loop, so we're doing it. E to examine. Doesn't do anything. So, before we combined the syringe with the vial, let's try combining the vial with the syringe. It definitely makes a tape. I saw that. That made a tape. Combining the vial and the syringe, or the syringe with the vial, makes a playable tape. This can now play the tape. What tape? This tape? Because you can't combine it. There's no option to combine, and dragging and dropping it on doesn't do anything. So should I acquire more tapes now? Here's a tape that I didn't acquire before.
You find this
Oh
boy
my gosh, it's just the same thing.
so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
I
so
tell
sorry,
him
Father.
what you've gone how this is gonna be now.
Yes, this is how it's gonna be. Okay, so there's nothing in here that can interact with this playable tape.
Save his soul now.
Please, just open the door. The final attempt after this is to just run through the entire game as the kid. And see if I can use the vial then. And then after that, there's no other possibility in my mind of how to solve this. I guess the test, we can actually check for some of it now, because this door will need to open up here. No, there's no way to do it then, because the door will be locked. Okay. I'm just convinced there's no way to get a good ending. I'm not going to check other people's YouTube channels for this. I'm not going to check the comment section of the game to see if there's somebody who got the true ending. Or the good ending, or whatever we're calling it. I like to live in a world where if I've interacted with every possible thing that can be interacted with, and I've engaged with every possible monster or whatever, that at some point the answer should have become obvious as to what to do, clear as to what to do, or there should be something involving an actual conclusion that doesn't need to be spelt out for you in an online guide. So, here's the part where I do that 5-minute rant and try and summarize the tidal wave of weird decisions that were in this game. First things first, you need to fix all the texture glitches. Almost every single room in this game has some weird texture glitch, collision bug, something. I'm going to include them all in the video. I'm going to cut out most of the parts where it was just me running around experimenting in different ways to find the endings, but I feel like it should be someone's job to give you a hand making this game and testing all the weird points that you could fix. Number 2. Loud noises aren't scary. I mean, to some they might be, sure. Loud noises are cheap, but that's a cheap jump scare. The stuff that you had where it was the shadow up against the wall, that took me time to realize what was going on and it was turning out lights and stuff, that was interesting. If you want to have a mechanic where there is a shadow like that, or it could be even your shadow, that when it goes over light switches and stuff, it turns them off, that would be interesting. Maybe base the game more around that mechanic and less around the weird story of a shadow possessing your dad and then forcing him to kill you or whatever. That it's been done before and it's not that great. But it could be resurrected with an interesting mechanic, like the one that I said before. Movement in the game. Do not let the character jump. Do not let the player character's feet leave the ground if the game cannot handle it. The fact that I was able to get stuck within seconds of just trying, oh look, I can jump, let's see if I can fit here, and then it's just immediately stuck. Which, load checkpoint does exist, so it makes me think that you found ways to get stuck, and rather than fix them, you left it. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say that it was unintentional and load checkpoint was just left because you thought it'd be a good way to restart the game if people didn't want to sit through the bad ending knowing that they would get it. Final point. The ending. There is ways to get the good ending. I couldn't even find a clue as to how to get it. I collected all the tapes multiple times, listened to all the ranting multiple times, all of which had nothing to do with the house that they were in. It was just ranting about how the dad's a bad guy, and then one tape that was some dude screaming because that's scary. Having a vial of green liquid, when combined with a syringe, turn into a tape player that cannot be interacted with in any form, probably not a good idea. There's an argument for representation and what stuff means and how it can be interpreted and definitions, and I'm not here for that. There needs to be some grounding in reality, which there just wasn't. It didn't mention that the dad had a drug problem, there wasn't any kind of medication, there was nothing. There was just a vial and a needle because it would be scary. But when you combine the two, it was an uninteractable item that couldn't be used at all. Great. All in all, there seems to be some effort here, which is nice. It's good to be able to feel effort in a game. I'll be brutally honest and say the product's not that good, and it could be improved in a large array of ways, but I'll try and list all those in the full itch.io review just in case you don't want to get up to this part in the video, because I understand that I make very long videos. Otherwise, I hope you take this in your stride and continue to try and improve upon your products, because the bugs and the problems that are found with the game aren't unfixable. The game could be fixed with some updates, and then you would have a good outing as a game. May be a bit of a boring one because without many mechanics in it, you can obviously tell that there's no real threat in the game, and the only threat that exists is the one of you getting screamed at on a very loud cassette tape, which does nothing. So really, maybe this needs to be one of those things that you just put a few updates in there to make the game more playable and leave it at that. it does seem like there's not enough here to warrant putting in mountains of effort to try and save the product, and it might just be a good idea to make sure it's in a very workable state and then move on. Which is fine. That's what itch.io is all about. Your first few attempts at games, fixing games, and having them apparently completely dismantled by YouTube reviewers. Isn't that fun? So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I certainly did, except the parts where I had to get screamed at multiple times by a lunatic on a cassette tape, but we won't talk about that. Hope you guys all have a good one. I'll see you guys next time. See yous. G'day guys, Captain Kirk here, back with your Kobayashi Maru test. Let's just get right into it. So, a mate of mine and I got him in on it. I was like, mate, you and we need to discover the good ending. Because I'm not letting this win. We need to figure out exactly what the good ending looks like. And so I was trying to show off how these drawers are the only things you can interact with in the entire game in terms of furniture. And so I was running around this room, spamming E on everything, and let's just cut to the chase. And off-centered, you got the good ending. And it still gives you the same text that you got before. Nothing different about it. I'm livid. So I originally thought that I was helping the developer by pointing out the flaws, but now I realize it's a complete waste of time. Gaming can have funny moments. There can be hee-hee funny ha-has, but when your game is rage-inducing due to it having items that shouldn't be able to be combined, red herrings all over the place, and at the end of the day, I'm sure he was sitting there talking to himself, saying, wouldn't it be funny if the character just went to sleep and just didn't care? Well, we did it. There you go. 100% all endings Shadow gameplay. What a twist.